Welcome to San Antonio, Texas for the 4th day of the World Skeet Shoot. We had 48 people run 100 today. Out of those 48 people, they broke them into various fields, and if they shot a box, then they came to the stadium field, and we had 9 people do that. So we're shooting off another box here. Like to play with you. Everybody's off a 3. Darn, he misses that first bird. Yeah, Jim Butler misses that second bird. Misses the second bird. Yeah, Sean misses that first bird. Yeah, Michael Dennis misses that second bird. Smoke that pair. James Bernard, the Laser shooter, ball cap backwards. James Bernard seems to shoot pretty well that way. Yes, he does. I don't think the ball cap's going to affect his shooting, but well, something's bothering him. Something has been bothering him. No problem. And finally, Jake Ratcliffe from Oklahoma. Part of the famous Ratcliffe shooting family. 3 generations of Ratcliffes have been shooting for years here in Texas. His father and his grandfather. And there's the end of the round. There's your podium. We are back at the stadium field in the National Shooting Complex in San Antonio, Texas. We're shooting off the 28 gauge. We started this with, I believe, 48 shooters. They broke them apart, sent them to different fields. If they ran the box, they came to the stadium field. And we had 11 people. Now we're down to 3 shooters. Jump up here, Mr. Paxton. All right, here we are. Second round. Technically the 3rd round of the shoot-off. 2nd round of the stadium field. We're going to have a first-time world champion tonight, Gene. None of these guys have ever done this, right? I don't believe Clay should have. I don't think he's ever won a world championship title. And so Kohler will be giving away a new ring tonight. And which they did last night, too. That's right. And the night before. Wow. A whole new breed of people are coming into this game. That's correct. Now it comes down to where the rubber meets the road right about now. Yeah. Great conditions here. Oh, he hammered that here. Great conditions here. Wind's blowing in. Not much of it, but it's been up and down a little today. Jake Ratcliffe from Oklahoma. Shooting the first 2 shooters, the second 2 shooters, I'm sorry, Clay and Jake both shooting Kohlers against the Blaser from the Lindenwood shooter, James Bernard. Left-handed Clay Baldwin. They all seem pretty comfortable here. But here you have Clay's not so much, but the other two pretty much your new generation of shooters here. Targets are good here on the Shoot-Off Stadium field tonight. The General Ken Pletcher Shoot-Off Stadium field. Right in the middle. Of course, right in front of Station 4 lie some of the ashes of Wayne Mays, and you can see the plaque in front of there if you didn't know about that. He's right there on the Shoot-Off Stadium field, right along with the shooters, the man who was there the most. Yep, targets are real good, conditions perfect, lighting great, it's not real hot, everything is perfect on the Shoot-Off Stadium field. So, of course, Clay's been on the stadium field many times. James Bernard a couple of times. Jake Radcliffe, this is the biggest shoot-off he's been in his life.
And it doesn't seem to bother him too bad. It's just cruising along like it's another day.
It really doesn't, Gene. I know from experience, the nerves out there, there's hearts beating a little quicker or a lot quicker for some.
Yeah.
And but from outwardly appearances, they look like veterans, don't they?
They do. They are smooth.
Bernard's been winning quite a bit lately. He's been shooting around. And Clay Baldwin, he is a veteran.
Yeah. Well, Clay won our Mini World 410.
There you go. That's right. He's no stranger to the stadium field.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
poof, poof. Yeah.
Gene, everything seems to be going well for these shooters, but in a short quarter of a second, it could be the end of his shoot-off tonight in the stadium field. But they're all on the podium, that's for sure. Jake shooting a high rib Kohler, and Clay shooting a flat rib Kohler. I'm sorry, that's the ramp tapered rib, not a flat. Now that I see it through the telephoto lens. Of course, Bernard attending Lindenwood University. His coach, Sean Dullery, coach of Lindenwood, also was in the stadium field tonight. And can Clay join them in the third box? The answer is yes, and there it is. The end of the third box. Oh, the end of the third box. And they'll go into the fourth.
I like free stuff here. I like free. College kids, man. College kids right here. Kids want free. I like free.
You got enough to buy one.
It's a flat.
There's the candy man.
My name is John Fournier, and I'm at the NSSA World Skeet Championship, San Antonio, Texas. I'm interviewing the 28 gauge champion of the world, Clay Baldwin. Clay, what a great finish with the 28 gauge. You won the Mini World 410. You've been shooting a lot of years. You've been an All-American skeet shooter. Put in perspective winning the highest title, what that gives you.
I think this is what everybody wants to win when they start out shooting, and it's nice to finally do it.
I'll tell you, we've been watching Clay shoot for years. He's had 4x4s, all the major wins, all the accolades. You come into the Mini World, you're shooting good, you're way up in the All-American points. Then you win the 410. Then you get out in the 28 gauge. Great conditions today shooting, over 50, 100 straights. Then you get to the stadium field, and there's 6 or 7 people that run the box, and you get into a slug match out there. Man, how did you keep it together?
It's hard with all those kids. They're all shooting really well. It's hard to keep going.
Well, I'll tell you what, for our folks at home, watch this guy in the 410 as well, and also Carrie and Martha, the Boykin at home, is really proud of Clay. Congratulations. Great job.